Welcome, Gemini. This is your weekly focus for February the 12th through to the 18th, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. We're going to turn right to the cards and see what's happening in your week ahead. Okay, our underlying energy. Look at this, we have the Fool. This is about you wanting to go forward. This is you planning to go forward. Now, this could be in career. This could be in a relationship. This could be in a multitude of things. It is our underlying energy, so I'm thinking that it affects all parts of your life. This is the independent, the dreamer. We don't know a lot of what we are walking into. We don't know a lot about our path forward, and it doesn't seem to matter because we're dancing, we're feeling free, we're feeling alive. We're tapping into the essence of freedom. I mean, look at us standing up there. Hardly a place to move, and yet we're dancing with a surety, knowing that we are protected, knowing that we are safe. Okay, our first card is the Page of Pentacles. It's time to start growing those dreams. Okay, maybe you've just reached a plateau and so you don't think that you need to stretch that dream right now, but this card says differently. This card says we want to stretch our dreams, our wisdom, our knowledge, our experiences. This could even be bringing in a multitude of new people into your life under this energy. Now, this could be a brand new path. More than likely it is, because it is following the Fool, which was our underlying energy. So new paths over something that we have been working towards, or it could be an elevated path as well. And it's going to take some kind of courage, some kind of belief in yourself that you've got this, that you can go forward in this, that you can create something bigger than life, larger than life. And we don't need to know all those little fine details right now because we have the fog there. We're not going to know, no matter how much we look into a fog, we can't see any clearer. The Four of Wands, well, there could be proposals happening here, marriages. The handshake may happen. A partnership, a new boss. New stature within the community. People are shaking your hand, making partnerships with you, wanting to be on your team. This is a card of celebration. This is a card of knowing that we have done certain things in our life that has gotten us to this experience in time. That had we not done all that work prior, we would never be in the position we are in right now. And in the most positive sense. So don't look at your failings right now. Look at the marvel of who you are, of what you've accomplished to this point, of where you want to take it to the next level and beyond. This is also, we have 4 wands in the ground and we have a little bit of garland. So we are nowhere near the castle that we are building. Okay, so this once again is a very young energy for your dreams, your desires, that you have quite a ways to go yet to your best life ever. But it's about celebrating those little moments. It's about realizing that we have done what we have wanted to, or what we were capable of at the time, that we have managed to get here in the here and now, exactly as we are, ready to go forward. And we have the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords, we have 2 fours here. So it's about getting our ducks in a row right now. Absolutely. It's about looking at our foundation and understanding, do we have a strong foundation on which to build? Where do we need to put in more energy? Maybe it's resources. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's just some tender, loving compassion and care. But whatever it is, we need to stop. We need to just, remove the armor for now. Okay, lay down your weapons and just rest and breathe and meditate and pray, knowing that on the other side of that wall there is a great light coming in and hitting us, that is reviving us, that's making us stronger. So I would have to say, if you're tired this week, don't push yourself. But on the other side of the scale, we don't want to just be saying, well, maybe I should just take it easy for another week. Because I don't think that at all is advisable. We want to give ourselves time to rest. So try and pace your day. Don't try and take on more than you can handle right now. Look at what's important to you in the priority list. Mind your health. Okay, there's enough home remedies out there, and I tell you, they do work, because I stopped doing mine, and boy, oh boy, did I get clobbered there New Year's Eve right up until, well, a couple of days ago. I'm finally feeling like, so, but did I just lay down? No, I think I was here for almost every video, no matter how begrudging it might have been at the time. But once I would do it too and step into that energy, I felt better for doing it. Still wanted to go back to bed, but felt better for doing it. So this is where, when we take time out, we take time for ourselves. We sit in silence, we sit in solitude, we go out and walk through nature, whatever it might be for you, a little bit of prayer, or maybe it's writing in your journal, but time for you to process your thoughts, your visions of your tomorrow, of what you want to step into. It's very much a part here of your reading. So I see you very capable of stepping into a new path, but we don't want to do it quickly. But we want to grow it big. Absolutely. One step at a time, and then celebrating each achievement as we go. Okay, let's look at work and career. Look at this. We have the Two of Cups. So this could be handshakes and partnerships. Absolutely. This is meeting the new boss. This is going together on a business venture with another person that carries, like-minded interests, but has different talents and abilities. And you're going to weave those abilities together to create something dynamic, is what I hear. Dynamic. So this could be very much, this is, if you're looking for a job, this is the kind of energy that says, yeah, you'll probably meet your new next boss or supervisor or coworker. If you get out there, you put yourself out there, and you try and meet these people. You try and get that resume out there. And I know it's all done online, but it doesn't hurt to stop by after and say, hey, I put my application online, and I just thought I'd drop this off as a reference, just so you don't forget about me. Or when you see me, you can put a face to it. Whatever you want to do to get out there and market yourself in some way. Start shaking those hands. Start making those connections. Start networking yourself in a new way with maybe it's a new group of people altogether. Let's get a little bit of clarification on that. Okay. So we have the Princess of Winter, inquisitive, truthful, realistic, undiplomatic. And information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. Okay. So inquisitive. Search for the answers. Talk to somebody who's already walked the path. Truthful. We don't want to take a shortcut. We don't want to step upon others in order to show our greatness. We have to stay realistic. We have to stay grounded. But undiplomatic tells me that, just try and just be yourself and be a little bit more casual and, allow them to meet your heart in some way. In your mind, collectively, in a more relaxed kind of, rather than sitting and just answering those questions, you just take a deep breath, and it's like sitting across the table from a relative that you never really got to know, and you're sharing your story or something. Take it down a notch. Look at that. We're wearing the pink. We've got the leopard there. The lynx, maybe? Lynxes are usually one color. Information that can help you, but may be difficult to hear. So be open to positive criticism right now in order to go forward. Maybe this person shows up and says, I've been watching you and what you do, and we could team up together and do this, but where you're going wrong. You do this, and I think you might benefit from doing it this way instead. Don't close them off. Don't say, is there like a shadow there or something? Okay, I don't know. I felt a shadow. Make sure that you're willing to at least listen to it, to at least process it. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it. It doesn't mean that it's the message that was sent to you by the divine, but it very well could have been. Okay, so at least be open-minded enough to hear what they have to say without just shutting down to the criticism that's being offered to you right now. We'll get one more card? Sure, why not? The Nine of Summer. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. And that's more of what I was getting. So I was like, where are we going here? Because this is not what I was feeling with that first card. But here it is. The Nine of Summer appears. Wishes come true. Dreams come true. Where was it? Here. Wishes and dreams. Wishes and dreams come true. Where are you focused? Where do you want to step forward? What do you want to create anew? What do you want to give birth to? And I don't even think even though it's new moon energy, we're not going to be making a lot of progress in that. We're going to be cementing the path, paving the path, making it an easier walk, because we're kind of doing a little bit of the legwork in order to really pursue our dreams, to have those wishes to come true. Dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. So know that you have magic surrounding you, especially when it comes to work, when it comes to career, when it comes about building your stature within the community, using your talents and abilities to their full potential. Okay, we'll get a love and relationships card. We have the Five of Pentacles. This is about having to stand strong in your relationships. What do you want in your relationship? And where there are troubles right now, I don't think we should be turning our back on the relationship. We should maybe be trying to work through it. Now, that's not for everybody, because if you've been working through it for a long time, then maybe it's time to throw the towel in. But I am proactive in making that relationship work if you still have love, if there's still trust. Okay, if you don't have trust in that relationship, it's very hard to make that relationship a solid relationship. Maybe you're not feeling worthy of the relationship, or maybe the relationship is tiring you out. Maybe you're trying to succeed in work or some other avenue of your life and having to do all those extras in the relationship. And this is a time to talk about that. This is a time to say, this is what I need. And I'm not talking about separations even. I'm just saying when I'm here for this half hour, I need this half hour to just do me, to do me. So don't come in and don't interfere, and just give me that half hour. Give me that hour. Maybe it's a bubble bath you need, right? So maybe it's a little bit of pampering to yourself that you need. Maybe you're just being a little bit too hard on yourself these days. Maybe you have so much to give, but you're finding yourself exhausted, or maybe even feeling a little under the weather because you're giving so much of yourself. Maybe it's time to pull it back a little bit. But you are so close to the door of abundance. So for those of you who are in a relationship and hoping that it's going to get more marvelous, this card usually says, so long as you're willing to put in the effort, the hard work, that relationship will be everything and more. Because we sit in front of the door of abundance here. We're so very close. But is there trust? Is there love? Do we have the basis on which to work? So once again, I'm getting that foundation kind of energy for looking at how we can maybe it's time to take a trip together. Maybe it's time to get a work class, go for a painting party, something together, to grow your skills, to grow your growth. I keep getting a shadow there. It's probably just me. It's probably just the way the light's coming into the room. We have the Eight of Summer. The desire for a more meaningful life, realizing it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So, this is still in relationships here, so maybe it is time to move on. I mean, look within. What is your heart trying to tell you? What is your body trying to tell you? Because I can guarantee you when you first went on that first date, every time you closed your eyes and you thought of them, there was happiness and joy and the sense of freedom throughout your body, liberation and love and compassion and giggles, and the softer side of you appeared. Does that still happen? Why doesn't it happen? Is there something they need to do? Is there something you need to do? But choosing to make major life changes. So this could be really stepping into this relationship too. I mean, the 8 of summer, the 8 is about growing your stature, growing your empowerment, growing your abundance. And summer, the time of summer, is when we are enjoying everything growing around us. So I think that right now there is a lot of growth around you when it comes to love, when it comes to relationship. I think it's more of how you are managing all of that. I think almost you've kind of hit a point in the relationship where it's more demanding, or there's more demands of you. You're finding yourself spread thin, and so we start with communication, obviously, and we go from there. Okay, we'll get one more card to the King of Autumn. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything is going your way. A good person or company to work for. A good person or company to work for. Now this is in love and relationships, so maybe they're good company. They're worth working for. They're worth rolling up your sleeves and getting into the dirty of the relationship, right? Of looking at that, doing some shadow work, right? Looking at the ugly and saying, I can live with that. We need to work on this. How can we, and there's compassion here. Accomplished. Even if you're only on your 3rd date, you've accomplished more than a lot of people do because you've made it to the 3rd date. So, or you might have made it 30 years or 50 years or whatever it might be for you. Maybe it's time to, did we not have the marriage card here? We had the marriage card here. So this could be a time when we elevate our path to what we want to step into, of what we truly want. And sometimes it's leaving a relationship that doesn't give you what you want. And, you wanted to get married, but they didn't. So you left the relationship and you find yourself married and very happy within the year. You just knew at a certain point this wasn't going to work anymore. Or you knew at a certain point that you were so close to that door of abundance that you were willing to, are they worthy of your love? I guess I would have to ask you that. Okay, and if you're out there dating, that should be the only thing on your mind. Is, are they worthy of my love? Okay, we'll grab a spirituality card. We have the Knight of Wands. This is all about prayer. This is all about meditation. This is all about gratitude. This is, saying thank you for getting to the here and now and for all you have. But we also ask for protection and love going forward. So in our meditations, just give your heart out. I would say gratitude journaling, just sitting in quiet prayer, quiet contemplation, revisiting thoughts, understanding where you want to step forward. I think as next week comes around, I think it'll be more about your work and career. I think right now we are looking at learning experiences, getting together with the collective and growing in some way. We could even find ourselves you could find yourself maybe teaching something or learning something. So workshops and school. Maybe you're going back to school for something. Maybe you're deciding to finally go to school for something. Maybe you're taking a little webinar. Maybe you're just doing your own research, but you want to grow your wisdom right now. And part of the wisdom is knowing what to ask for and to ask for it. I'm a firm believer that even though we are surrounded by light and love, okay? That entity, whether it's God, your angels, the universe, the higher self, whatever you want to call it, okay? It can assist us at certain times. There might be 2 or 3 times in our life where they can say, no, we really need to right that boat. We need to steer them in the right direction. We need to make things happen for them. So let's get in there and get to work so that they get on the right path. Excuse me. Sorry, I need a sip of coffee. No tea today. Okay, what was I even talking about there? They totally interrupted me with that dry throat, and I think I was going to say something so profound, but apparently it's gone. Maybe it'll come back. We're not going to wait for it. We're going to continue on. We've got the Chariot. If they wanted me to say it, don't worry. They'll make me say it. Chariot. A Chariot is one to pull back. So once again, I get this kind of pull back energy from you. Wanting to, you're looking now to see where you truly want to go, what path you want to take, what opportunities do you want to step into, what adventures you want to go on. It's very much about pulling back, and even more so maybe in home and family and what you want that to look like going forward. It could be in your own well-being. What habits and behaviors am I currently exhibiting that I do not want to exhibit, or I do not want to have ownership of? Maybe you smoke, maybe you drink, maybe you take a couple of prescription pills too many, whatever it might be. Maybe you shop too much, maybe you gamble. We all have our vices. So are they in any way contributing to you going forward? Are they helping you in some way? Are they a crutch for when you're feeling tired or depressed or you're procrastinating? And start to understand how we can change our habits, how we can change our behaviors, just a little bit at a time. So that when we step into a path, like this new path that is being offered to you right now, that you do it with a sense of freedom, with a sense of liberation, that there aren't things working against you. Okay, let's go to a Circle of Doors Tarot and see where it affirms, where it does not affirm, where it takes the subject to the next level. I do like the depth they take with a few of these cards so far. So we have the Fool, okay? We started with the Fool. Look at the affirmation card here. Look at the validation. You have the Fool, the zero energy. Okay, even though I can obviously talk about the Fool, we are going to see what they have to say about the Fool. I'd like to try again, this time as if none of it happened. Send me to the very beginning, before anyone knew the truth. Trust the journey. Like fresh fallen snow, you are a blank canvas for the discovery of yourself. Embrace the endless possibilities of who you might become. Dare to seize the delicious invitation of your destiny. The Fool is a mirror of innocence that reflects the absurdity of our struggles and attachments. Every impression is a first impression. Their power is the power that sees things as they truly are, free of burdens and assumptions or rules. Ask yourself, when was the last time you felt like a child? How much wonder can you discover hiding behind the mundane? Who would dare tell you what is impossible? Your affirmations for this week are: I trust in the path and embrace the unknown. I see the potential for beauty in all things. I see the potential for beauty in all things. I am a temporary visitor to this world. My curiosity is my divinity. Before we pull a power thought card, I remembered. I did. When I was reading that, I remembered. Oh my gosh, where did it go? Oh, so anyways, it was about them coming in and interfering on our path. They're not allowed to do it, though, because we have free will. So they have to watch us stumble. And trust me when I say, when we shed a tear, they sob. And so I encourage you to ask for help, to have constant conversations, to work out some problems, some situations, some events in your life through saying, bring me in strength, bring me in wisdom. Protect me. Make sure I'm taking that right step. Jump in front of me and stop me if I'm making the wrong one, please. Don't let me go any further. I want a straight path, a sure path, a right path going forward. Okay, so anyhow, a powerhouse card. I don't know if that was very profound or not, but that was a power thought card. That was the message. Okay, here we go. I can release the past and forgive everyone. I free myself and everyone in my life from old past hurts. They are free, and I am free to move into new, glorious experiences. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.